Good morning, Achieve Charter School. It's so good to be here. Hey, it is April 21st today, Tuesday. Hey, did you hear that weird little pause in my voice right there? I knew it was the 21st, but I forgot what day of the week it was for a second. But it is Tuesday today. Good morning. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Ava. Hi, Aiden. Good morning, Mrs. Etchison. Today we're going to talk more about how you can deal with the stress that you have, and we're going to talk about how that stress might be kind of like a rope that ties you down. Hi, Kearneys. So let's talk about that in a few minutes. Hi, Sharfs. Good morning, Lori. Nice. I see a few more people popping on here. Let's get ready with the Pledge of Allegiance. Hi, Ralstons. Hi, Freitas family. Please stand at attention. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hi, Kelbs. Good morning. Hi, Brooks family. I saw the Lotta's cruising by there. I didn't see who else came on while I was doing the Pledge of Allegiance. Hey, good morning, Bentley. Hi, Gates boys. Hi, Mrs. Kurtz. Oh, it's Grammy on there again. Nice. Good morning, Grammy. Hey, before we start on our morning assembly, we're already started, but before I start talking about my story here, I want to give a huge birthday shout out to Emily in 8th grade. Oh my goodness, Emily, it's your birthday today. Emily, you've been at Achieve since you started in kindergarten. That is a long, awesome journey. Happy birthday today, Emily. I hope you have a great day. I just wish you all the best. So this morning we're talking about stress and tension, and we're also going to talk about how we can use battle breathing to combat that stress and tension. But stress is one of those things that's really hard to understand. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I want to talk about it even more today because it's a term that's thrown around a lot, and it can mean different things, but I like analogies, and I like talking in pictures. I think it helps us to understand better what we're talking about. So I want to talk to you this morning about tug of war. Have you ever played tug of war? Like with a rope? You get on one end of the rope, and your team gets on the other end of the rope. Another team gets on the other end of the rope, and then everybody starts to pull, right? When that rope gets tight, watch what happens to this rope here. When I pull it tight, look, it gets nice and straight. That's tension. When I let go, you've got all that wiggly stuff back in there. It gets loose, okay? That's really loose. This right here is tension. And stress means tension. It means this tightness. And you know what happens in tug of war? You start pulling, and look at that. I'm going to get a little better grip on here. And what happens when you pull harder? You pull harder, that rope just gets tighter. And when you pull harder and harder and harder, the rope just gets tighter and tighter and tighter until one team fails and the game's over. So let's think about it like this. Let's say you're just going through your life. You're just doing your thing. You're like Pete the Cat, just walking along, singing your song, working on my goal, living my life, doing my own thing. And all of a sudden, stress happens and you're stuck. Your brain is stuck. Maybe your body is stuck. Maybe somebody or something just threw that rope around you. And now you're just stuck and you can't get out, right? Maybe you picked up that rope because it was attached to something really important that you need in your life. But either way, now you're attached to this rope and you're in this game of tug of war and you start to pull on that rope, right? So you feel yourself and you're attached to the rope, and the first thing you do is you give it a little tug. Okay, that's all right. It gets a little tighter and you think, that's okay. I'm strong. I got this, right? You pull hard and it just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. But you know what? You feel yourself and you're getting a little stronger and you're feeling good. I got this, you think. You know what? You're getting your workout in. You're pulling. You're stressing a little bit, but guess what? Your brain's getting stronger. Your body's getting stronger. Everything's okay. But after a while, you start to get tired. How much more can I pull on this rope? I don't know. It's getting really hard. I'm pulling tighter, and now you try and let go a little bit, but oh man, now it's pulling you in, and you're just getting exhausted. You're tired. You got your workout in. You did a good job. You dealt with that stress. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. You tugged, you pushed, you're growing, right? But now it's time to get rid of the rope, okay? But it's hard to get rid of that rope. And that's where this thing, battle breathing, comes in. And you got to check out this video that Mrs. Smith made about battle breathing. It's awesome. She talks about how athletes use battle breathing and how soldiers can use it and how you can use battle breathing to tackle the hard things in your life. And she talks about how when you breathe and you take these big, slow breaths, you're giving your body a flood of oxygen. And she tells about all the great things that's happening. For our little example here with the tug-of-war rope, you can kind of think about it like this. That oxygen, it's like a knife that can just cut through that rope, and it can just be like, bam, your rope, done. You are released from your tension. You'll want to watch the video though. She's got some ideas about how to use battle breathing. I want to do a couple big breaths with you right now. In the video, one of the things she says is you need to stand up or sit really tall so you can get those really big breaths that fill your lungs. And we're going to take a couple of big breaths together. I want to encourage you to take those breaths with me this morning. You saw me starting to close my eyes a couple times. Usually when I take my big breaths, that's what I do, is close my eyes. You don't have to do that. That's just a little bit of a bonus. Well, you can probably actually hear my voice sounds a little bit different. I definitely feel a little bit calmer. I was sort of excited about this story with the rope, so I was talking really fast, and now I feel myself being a little calmer and ready to tackle the next things that come up today. Here's what I want you to do this morning. Take a couple minutes right now before you start the rest of your day. Check out that video from Mrs. Smith. I posted it on Facebook earlier, so if you're watching this on Facebook, you can just scroll up through our Achieve feed a little bit and find that video. If you're watching this on email later, I will include it in the email. Well, I love this. The Sharf said we do the smell the rose and blow out the candle. I love that one. So you're going to smell the rose and then blow out the candle. Nice. That's awesome. We're going to talk tomorrow more about how to use breathing and some other strategies, but we're also going to talk tomorrow about how to tell when you're stuck, because here's another thing that happens in life. Like sometimes when you are really stuck and that rope is like starting to pull you and you're losing that game of tug-of-war, you don't actually have to let it get that far. There's ways to tell that you're stuck before you're even that far stuck. So think about that this morning. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow so you understand exactly what to look for. But today, when you start to feel yourself get stuck for whatever reason, take a few minutes, do that battle breathing. Definitely watch that video from Mrs. Smith. Parents, I recommend watching that video a couple times throughout the week. Kids need a lot of repetition, seeing those things over and over. Once again, happy birthday to Emily. Have a great day today, Emily. Achieve. Have an awesome day. Love you guys.